Hey, how are you?
I'm just gonna leave on there we go. So I don't know yet how to function this MacBook,
Not a
the
problem.
camera.
I'm doing quite a good job so far.
So nice to meet you, Mike. Oh my gosh, like it's actually you.
It's actually me. It's like a celebrity, right? You're watching a movie and then you finally get to see the person behind it.
Fantastic. I absolutely love you and what you do.
Thank you very much. It's really nice to hear. I've looked at your progress today as well, and I see you made some nice progress so far. So let's start with this first question or the statement that you made. You said you love me and what I do. What is it you love about what I do and how I present it?
You're so straightforward and like you vulgar. I actually like that. So
Mm-hmm.
you really like graphic vulgar
Mm-hmm.
and simple to understand. What I also like is you explain things that are in front of our eyes, but
Mm-hmm.
we've never understood like the whys behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot about the frequently asked questions and like the way you have put it and the way you bring all your the different sections together. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
And of course, you reek of success.
Thank you very much. So now that you see how everything brings together, right? And now there's actual action points as you're getting in, there's questions behind it, there's checklists, etc. Do you now see why that repetitive nature in the very beginning was important to understand the 66-day rule, understanding the analogy behind it, or do you still think that was too much repetition in it?
I actually think it makes a whole lot sense, a whole lot more sense now.
As you get further in and drumming it
Yes,
in to understand where that point was.
yes, definitely.
Okay. And what else stood out for you in the course other than the way I explain things, the way things come together in terms of relevancy? How relevant would you say what is being taught is to you? I know at the moment you said, so before we actually get there, let's just start off with you a little bit. You're not in the fitness industry just yet. You have a corporate job currently, if I remember correctly. Is that true?
So I am in the fitness industry as well.
Mm-hmm.
I do both.
Mm-hmm.
Both. So I am a yoga teacher and
Okay.
I'm mostly online based. So that's why I just thought the one main point I brought to bring your stuff into 2022 was not just to mention
Oh,
gyms and those
okay.
kind of
Uh-huh.
things, because then it sounds outdated. We're living in a different world now.
Mhm.
So, but I put some notes here as well because I
Yeah.
was taking notes as I was watching what you were saying. Oh yes. So what I also thought was there's as much as you speak about social profiles and those type of things,
Mhm.
and you speak about professionalism and etiquette, perhaps we could bring in maybe some Zoom etiquette as as well when you speak about the background, the lighting, the height of the camera lens, that type of thing.
Uh-huh. That's
Also
a
to
nice
bring
one.
it into
Mhm.
to 2022 and to make it more relevant to this day and age. I
Uh-huh.
think though that in principle, your the work that the things that you do discuss is applicable to people both in gyms and out the gyms as well, studios,
But a bit
online.
more
It's
upfront
just
with it, as you're saying, like straight to your face.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
You see, the hard part with integrating a lot of this feedback is as well, Justin, which I will reiterate and I will put in. This is why I collect all the feedback from everyone, just like you and other people as well. The only hard part is I've left my villa in Calcan 3 weeks ago. So I would have to travel back to my villa to shoot the entire video again, but it wouldn't work now because it's currently winter as well. So we take what we can, and I will try my absolute best. I really love these points as you're making them, just so you know 100%. And I'll try my absolute best to implement them in. But from the professional levels we come with as well, I wouldn't shoot something with a beautiful villa background and then something with a background like this. It just wouldn't work for the standards that I like to uphold in my fitness brain. But these are definitely points that I might actually start considering putting in from early February, because then I can definitely do that. Yeah.
I think with these kind of points, whether you use them now or not, it's really gonna, it will just add that little something to it. And I definitely agree with you with keeping that professional standard and setback, which is something I also learned about. Man, I just love your work.
Thank you so much.
Energy that is so it makes me feel like I want to do 10 push-ups right now, you know, so upbeat without it being annoying, which is something also I really, really love. Because I'm one of those people, I'm a morning person, and I know not everyone can stand that, right? Because there's a little bit too much upbeat, and you just have such a perfect balance, which is absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much, Justin. In terms of, I want to get through your other notes as well, but in terms of quality of the videos, quality of, now here I'm not speaking of quality of the content, I'm speaking of quality of the actual video. Do you think it's important, because this is something we're toying around with or not? I don't know if you know this or not, but just on the side of the videos where you're watching, there's a settings little tab, and you can adjust the quality all the way from 720 pixels right through till 4K. So if you have really fast internet, you can watch it in crystal clear definition. Do you think the quality in the current state that you watch it in is great enough?
Oh, absolutely.
Lighting good.
When I saw it, I just thought it looked like it was perfect, like a drop back. Why do they call it a backdrop?
Backdrop, yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely crystal clear. Nothing was moving, you know, like wind or anything like that. So I thought it was absolutely great quality.
Yeah, you will see as you get further in the course, some have really violent wind, but nothing's moving. However, the wind is just really crazy, but you don't pick it up with the microphone. You just hear crystal clear audio as well. Were you happy with the audio too? And you were happy it wasn't too hard for you, for example, coming from South Africa, understanding my accent, right?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Not at all.
Nice. What other notes or important notes do you have noted down? I would love to hear. So we have the yoga teacher at the moment, be more relevant with the niche, the Zoom etiquette as well. To give me a few other points that you noted down.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just saying on the niche point, like when you said that for yoga teachers, niche may not be as relevant, to take that out, because it sort of makes your whole point, you sort of pull down your whole point. And as I mentioned, that's completely untrue, because even yoga teachers need to have a niche. So I think that you should like emphasize more how important is across the borders, because if you don't have a niche, you are, like you say, a generalist, and a generalist will never make even half as much as a specialist.
Do you like now that you mentioned this, it's coming to my mind, the examples used, like a brain surgeon versus a doctor? Or
I love them. I love them. I think they're so easy to understand, and not only that, it enhances my understanding of the points that you were bringing across, which I think I may not have grasped as well if you had not used those examples or used different examples. It might not have come across quite as strongly, because when you talk about a generalist, a doctor, and a specialist, we know that when you look at those income brackets, we're really talking like a general worker versus the CEO.
Yeah.
You know, so I really liked the examples that you use.
Mhm.
And
And the
then,
examples throughout, I mean, we've used examples throughout. I just can't remember every single example, but where there are examples, are you enjoying the examples and are they painting a graphic picture in your mind of what is actually going on?
yes, I actually think this is probably the strongest part about the entire program that I've seen so far is the fact that your examples carve out the entire rest of the point that you're trying to make in a way that, like you say, it puts a graphic in the mind and automatically understand what you're trying to say.
Okay.
It makes sense, yeah. And not only that, your examples allow a person to bring it into my own world,
Mhm.
because you're speaking about a doctor and a specialist, which isn't something that we do, but the
Mhm.
examples are so good that it brings that point back to me and
Mhm.
I can put into my own situation.
Of course. So it basically, even the person with the least understanding of it would understand what is happening. You're trying to say that, right?
Well, what I'm trying to say is they'll not only understand it, but they will be able to see how it's applicable in their situation.
Nice. I'm very happy to
And I
hear.
think there's a big difference between the two. Just understanding and then understanding what bringing the relevancy to your own world.
Okay. Very cool. Then I have another question for you. I don't know if you've been through any of them just yet, but have you already had a look at one of the checklists? Like, I think maybe
No,
not. Okay.
I have, but I
Oh,
actually made a note. I think it was number 8, where you spoke of checklists,
uh-huh.
which I just thought that you spoke about the checklist,
Uh-huh.
and I thought that it's a very good way to summarize an entire all 7
Yeah.
modules or chapters into one,
Mhm.
because like you said, you can have a look and see what's there and
The
go
module.
back to something that is something that you didn't
Mhm.
understand, which I think is absolutely fantastic, because it's the entire chapter on one checklist.
Mhm.
So I really think that's very practical.
When you have a look at them, let me know what you think about it a little later.
I'll make a note of that.
Mhm. Then I think you might currently be busy with the psychology of money or goal planning, right?
Yes, psychology of money is where I'm at.
How have you enjoyed the first lesson so far?
Ooh, this one was really good,
What is the name
because
of the
I
module?
think this is something that I've always had an issue with. Like, yes, we're doing all these beautiful flows, you're sweating, you are having yourself a lovely time, but then you want to tell me about, can I go next week? Or, why is it so expensive? And I think that the word you use, specifically psychology, is
Mhm.
a very good word, because it's there. I also realize that there's actually a very deep emotional connection as well. When you speak about the client having to feel that they are parting with that money,
Mhm.
I think that there's sort of a dual thing happening
Of
from
course.
the other.
Within. Mhm.
Me as the teacher, I feel this. Oh my gosh, am I gonna get this
Mhm.
from this person? So I think there's a sort of duality that I didn't realize what an emotional charge was in that whole situation. So
Mhm.
I think the fact that you are speaking about, and I mean, these are things that we know, not things that it's things that we see happening around us, but we've never understood it or had it broken down in this manner. So I think that is so far my favorite one. I did put that my favorite one before that was governance.
Mhm.
Governance, oh yes, that was definitely my favorite one. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna have a lot of favorites now, Michael. But but I really like governance as well because um, I like the fact that you brought the legal aspect,
Mhm,
not quite being emphasis on the legal side of it, but as a way of being professional.
mhm,
For, because people sign things that they take seriously,
mhm,
things that are important to them. And you use the examples of the mobile phones, etc. And also, like my niche specifically. So I am still developing my niche, and you've given me so many ideas. But
mhm.
I'm basically doing yoga for lawyers or legal eagles.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm also a law student,
Mhm,
and I've seen that we have a lot of burnout and that type of thing.
mhm,
So we need to work out and work in. But the fact that you're speaking about contracts and uh, committing, like people commit to contracts once they know things are paid, they
mhm,
don't see, they don't even realize that the payment has happened, it just happened. I
mhm,
love the Netflix example because that's exactly how it is. Something we enjoy. We don't have to emphasize how we had to part with that money. Because
mhm,
I realized that if you do think about it afterwards, like if you think about that, you're like, okay, like Netflix is kind of pricey. If you actually take your mind there after seeing your lesson, I could see how that, it's a total slip through. You don't realize that, you just know that it's done and it
mhm,
must be done. And I put here that it's something that is simple, yet so vital and eye-opening. Legitimacy, legitimacy, legitimacy. And that's what it gives your business when you have that kind of governance, that paperwork, not bowing down to people who want to take shortcuts, being okay with those who are gonna give you problems down the line, cutting such people off.
mhm,
So yeah, for me that the governance was absolutely fantastic because I never thought of it at all. I
mhm.
never thought, followed by the psychology of money, which I mean
Takes it up a
is
notch.
it was a short, a very, very short module. I would have loved more,
Uh-huh.
probably because the subject is just so exciting. I think you could probably do an entire course on that.
Mhm. So just so you know, I don't know if you've picked it up yet or not, right? So how this masterclass works, because I don't know if you would agree with me or not, but $47 for such a masterclass, in my opinion, is a really big bargain, like a superbly big bargain, right? I'm going to show you something now that nobody else has saw because we just got this developed today, right? So let me just show you or pull something up for you to see. Give me a second. So this is going to be our landing page coming in for the masterclass, right? This is just a mock-up picture, so don't worry about that right now. The initial value is about $199 and we're going to sell it for $47, right? So we're showing you what's included in it. Now I want you to tell me whether you resonate with it or not. So you haven't been through the entire thing, but there's over 7 hours of course material with practical step-by-step ready to implement guides. Would you agree with that from what you've seen so far?
Definitely,
So we have
definitely.
3 modules plus a bonus content for the most in-depth learning experience. I think this is kind of self-explanatory, but you would agree with it.
Yes,
Then we have 35 lessons laid out in the most methodical manner to ensure your success. Would you agree with that? Like how they're coming together, the way they structured.
definitely.
Then we have exclusive downloadable worksheets for your convenience. You would agree that they
Yes, I
resonate.
would. They
Mhm.
were very easy to download.
Lifetime access, so you can work where you want and whenever you want to. So this is pretty self-explanatory as well. Access via laptop, mobile phone, and TV for your best learning experience. Now, what if you learned it on at the moment? Are you using your MacBook?
So I'm looking at my mobile. I watched it on my mobile device.
Okay, and the quality is still perfect. Everything's still good.
Yes, it's a superior quality, I must say. It's
Okay.
not it's not average.
Uh-huh. And then the exclusive member area access to password protected proprietary content. So when you actually log into the My Fitness Brain Academy, how do you feel like, you come to that page that says My Fitness Brain Academy, you log in, there's your library, and you see the Retain Your Clients Masterclass. Does it make you feel a certain way?
Yes, like everything that I see on there really success, like high class.
Okay.
That's what comes to mind. Like, you're not dealing with no basic person up in
Uh-huh.
here. Yeah.
And then, we're dealing with this one main problem. Every year, millions of people sign up to get in better shape, take care of their health, and learn more about their bodies, and enlist the help of fitness professionals like you to help them achieve their goals. Now, I'm still not happy with this. I have to do this with my team a little later. The fallout, the structure of it a little bit better, but you would agree this would be the main problem, right? Would you add something else to this problem now that you're in it and you are currently in the fitness industry as a yoga professional? Or would you say this does strike you as, if you saw this, you would agree with it, that you do have this problem?
Yes, I would agree that that's it. And also, like, I would say that uh, something about losing commitment, like that word commitment, I feel should be included over there, because that's the problem that we have. It's not just that they drop out or whatever,
I think we
they
might
lose
have it
commitment to it.
here,
Oh,
if I'm not
okay.
mistaken. Let's just see. We teach you the fundamentals and should have newfound activity associate with. No, I'll put that word in. It's a really cool word as well. I just need to read it to see if I have it in here or not. But somewhere along here, it should be played out. I'll go through this a little later and look at it. Then this needs to be designed better again. Would you say these graphics would appeal to you in the fitness industry? So we have the foundation phase. Now, this is explaining the entire program in depth, right? So we have the foundation phase, the buildings phase, and the smooth sailing phase. We have no house, we have a house being erected, and then we have a smooth sailing phase, just like I demonstrated in the examples in the beginning. Would it appeal to you?
I'm having difficulties with it. Like,
How so?
Relevancy, I would say.
Okay.
It
Maybe.
I'm not really, I'm not, like, it's not sporty enough. Maybe it
Mhm,
was a stadium or something that is, if people were building something that was more
mhm. Supportive.
sporty, I might, because right now it looks like it's a construction company,
Mhm.
a project manager.
Okay, I get that. So we need more sportive. So maybe if I even just put it visually, like, a foundation being a baby crawling, then learning to walk, and then running could work. I would say.
Yes, because the running could be like a sports person or
Yeah. Mhm.
some, yes, 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 yes. I think that would,
Okay. Then we have two problems. Fitness professionals are basically trying to rope in their clients, stress about, when they're going to leave, when they're not. So we put a cowboy here. This is just an image placement holder for now. We're going to design this better. And then here we have a business where people line up to work with you. Your clients really value you. Again, this is just a placement holder for a picture. But do you think the image of the cowboy, like roping people in, and then versus one where people are actually in there wanting to work with you, work nicely?
I love that concept. Yes, definitely.
Okay. And then we basically telling you what is important for you. Now, tell me if these things are important to you: stable income levels, financial freedom, room to market your business, stress-free life, international clientele, and real relationships with real results.
All of those are exactly what we all want.
Okay. Is there something that's missing here that you think you would like to see?
I would like to think about it, but I definitely think I could add some ideas to that as well.
Sure.
Maybe one or two
Yeah.
additional. Okay, I'm gonna have a think about that, but definitely I like what you do have there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now your review is going to come somewhere up here in the very beginning as well. So we'll need a picture of you. So this is, yeah, now that we get to speak of the review, now you'll understand what I want. So for the written review, right, we're going to have a nice picture of you that's going to come up like this. So something of you, you know, looking like a yoga instructor or someone in the fitness industry, not this, because this is a very different image. We don't want you to seem like you're a business professional. We want you to be a fitness professional. Then I want an honest review on the star rating. So whether it's 1 star to 5 stars, how many stars you'd give us. And then lastly, I want a nice description of everything that you could say that would help someone that is interested in this program sign up. So what are the points that you love, just like you've been mentioning to me? What's the problem that you faced? And how has this helped you so far from where you are currently standing in your business? Mention those facts you mentioned about being relevant, about putting things together, about whether you'd recommend this to someone else or not. This is what I'm trying to get at with this. It doesn't need to be a huge essay. It just needs to be, if you put yourself in the shoes of someone wanting to buy this, would you like to read what you are writing, and would it convince you to buy it?
Do I have a word limit on that?
No, there's no word limit.
Like it, because I'm quite a writer. I always have a lot to say. Not a writer, but I mean, I like to.
You like
I
to
think
you're verbose
yes,
with what you'd like to say.
I mean, there's going to be so much that I would love to tell. It's something I definitely want to recommend, but I would love to use as many words as I can, even if you decide to summarize or chop and change it. But I'm very expressive, so I think that.
So please do as much as you would like. And then if I needed to be shortened down, I will tell you, can we just have a shorter version of it? And I'll use that on our blog. So I would definitely use it. If it's just way too long, like I think over 3,000 words, then I might actually say, can we have a bit of a shorter version and use the shorter version out here and the longer version somewhere else?
Okay. Now I think I'll do both so that you can see.
Absolutely. And then I'll just need a really cool picture of you, something sporty, depending how you'd like it to do. But
like in a crazy pose, right? Folded in 5.
Absolutely. However, you're a yoga professional, so whatever your favorite pose would be amazing.
Okay.
Then we also telling you what bonuses you're getting for free. So you don't know this just yet because you're not there just yet, but you're getting a goal planning method, right? You'll see that in the third stage. You're getting a 30-day planner. You're getting the social media accounts where we're teaching you how to set each and every single thing up. You're getting a proprietary tracking system. Again, these things you haven't yet seen because they're further in the course. You're getting cutting edge automation, like we spoke about, with not having to build them physically, but automatically do that. That falls part of the automation, and there's more coming in later as well. And then pricing, we're just speaking about pricing right now. If you saw these as bonuses, would they appeal to you?
Definitely. I absolutely think so, because once again, you've taken everything and you've tied it up even more. So I really see that as not only value, but relevant value, because these are things we spoke of within the course, and it's things that just enhance an already amazing learning experience. So I think that those are really amazing bonuses.
Okay. Then we're offering you, on top of everything, even though you're only paying $47 for this, we're offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So do you think this would, if you were completely cold and you were looking at this would sweeten it up for you as well?
Absolutely, because it shows you there's nothing to lose.
Okay. Then we have like the extra bonus content. So this is now introducing. So this is what I wanted to tell you about. And before I speak to you about this part, we have a frequently asked questions list as well. So tell me what you think of it. So like, I've tried a lot of short courses and tactics I've learned from Google. What makes your masterclass better or different? And we have an entire section on what makes it different. This again, it's not going to be so crammed up, should we say. These things will be designed a bit better. For now, we just have one nice first mock-up of the page. But if you were looking at these questions, right, would they be relevant to you? I'll have you look at it. And if you had any, let's say you still had some doubt, but you looked at these frequently asked questions, what would you think of them?
Let me have a look. How do I know this will work in my field of industry? What do you mean by the term fitness professional? Okay. Let's work with. Yeah, I love this.
And every single thing has an answer to it. For example, if we look at how do we know? The methodologies contained in this masterclass have been designed to help any business owner in any industry retain their most valuable clients. Truth be told, you could be anyone from a doctor to a handyman, and this masterclass would work in your business. But we haven't tailored it to everyone. We've tailored it specifically to you. So we have 100% certainty that it will work. Truth be told, if you're not satisfied with your purchase, we'll refund every single cent you paid. Let's say you were looking at that question specifically and you read that. What would you think?
Yeah, but I think that really goes back to like really like the kind of person that you come across as, which is like you speak straight talk. So because of that, when I see something like that, it definitely appeals to me. And I just hope that one of the answers over here is I can implement that you can implement what you learn immediately. I don't know what the question would be, but something that definitely stood out for me is that
I think it might be this one. Okay. The education taught in the fitness industry is outdated and inaccurate to the point where honest, hardworking fitness professionals don't know how to run highly profitable fitness businesses. Almost all short courses on the internet, I don't know why they have are taught by fitness institutions, are taught by people who have no idea how to run highly successful, profitable businesses. Therefore, they are destined to fail. What's more is that most short courses and information from Google don't give you real life experience on how to implement what you have learned and put your knowledge to the test. At My Fitness Brain, we believe in practical application, learning by doing, as our students like to say. Not only do we give you the most accurate, up-to-date, battle-tested and proven information and winning formulas, we teach you the exact step-by-step approach to implement it in your business from start to finish. That's what makes us the best in the industry. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, I like, you know, that you're able to implement it immediately. You know, because you might think, okay, I'll implement it. But what I've seen so far is that you take the person practically through it. I'm thinking of the social and the contracts that you set up as well. You take your clients through how to do things and implement it now. So it's not just like easy and relevant and up to date, like you can apply it now. You know, I think it's absolutely crazy, you know, because there's a lot of things you can implement. A lot of people tell you things that you can implement, but yours, you can implement right now. You don't need to go to any store, to any shop. You don't need to get any equipment, whatever the case may be. You can just implement it right now. So I love that. I'm not sure if that is like what you are saying there, but specifically
I
with
get
the
what you're
right
saying.
now part.
Let me just add the question in. When can I start noticing results?
Yes, I think that's the question.
This should be
Because I think that's very important, Michael, because it's the thing that jumped out the most for me is the fact that you didn't tell us this long and wonderful theoretical, you know, instances. It was like press here, do that, done.
I would like you, if you wouldn't mind, to add that in your review as well, that it's, you know, implement right now, because I think when other people say that, that makes it even better.
Okay.
And then we just have this last part here, which says one more thing it's giving people. P.S. With this offer, I'm offering you a 0% risk-free guarantee, no minimum terms, no binding contracts, no small print, no catch. If for whatever reason you're not satisfied with Retain Your Clients Masterclass, an email is sufficient and I will refund the amount personally within 24 hours. Why do I offer such an offer without a hook? Quite simply because I am convinced of the Retain Your Clients Masterclass and know that you will be successful with it. Because otherwise, I obviously couldn't make you this offer. Do you think that would, also emphasize this fact that we truly stand behind it?
Yes, I would, because also, you've got, like, you make very bold statements.
Mhm.
If I can put it, you're not only very graphic and very, but you make these bold claims and you back it up with your confidence. Not just that, but like seeing the content that you have, it's not boldness somewhere hanging in the air,
Mhm.
wishy-washy kind of boldness. So I think that is phenomenal because it's true.
Mhm.
I don't think anyone, Michael, is going to return this. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. I've seen a lot of things before, and a lot of it was very theoretical, not quite practical. And from what I've seen now, no one is going to be returning it. So you are free to make that as bold as you want.
Mhm. I think this we do on all our websites, and this is something we say, the most ruthlessly effective coaching program for rapidly scaling fitness business growth on the face of this planet. This we have on all our landing pages, from, our Grow Your Business, where is it? Yeah. We have it on every single one of our landing pages for whatever we're actually selling at the end of the day. We have, the most ruthlessly effective coaching program for rapidly scaling fitness business growth on the face of this planet. Because I'm very honest upfront with it, and I truly do believe it. In any country, we dominate the industry. That's why at 26, I am where I am, because I stand behind what I do and I know that it works 100%. And I'm glad you see that as well, through not by me just speaking a big game, but as you're saying, backing it up with facts,
Yes.
literal knowledge, and practical guidance in order to take you to the next level.
That's true, because there's like zero fluff,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's very important. And like you said as well, it's not just the talk. Like, you can see your stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely know it. And it's definitely it's mind-blowing. These
Mm-hmm.
are things you can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do everything right now, but I just really wanted to get through
Of course.
as much as possible with this review. But it's something that has got like my attention. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
really got my attention. I've got, law books this size waiting for me,
Mm-hmm.
but yet this is something that has got my attention, and I think that it's gonna be I'm already thinking and feeling like a success, Michael.
I love that. In the very beginning, you'll hear this in one of the videos as well. In the very beginning with my first company, I started off to make $1 million for myself. Now, when we make all the money, we don't do it for us any longer. I do it to help people like you get to where I am, because I want to empower you to be a millionaire too. I want to empower you to live the life that I know you're worthy of living. And the only way to do that, though, is by being educated enough in a practical sense that you could actually do. It's not like something you learned in mathematics in school that you're never going to use in your life. This is the nicest thing I hear. It's this guidance right now that's going to help you at this moment in time, taking you forward, and giving you the best right at this moment.
Oh wow, yeah. No, I'm gonna remember that, Michael. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No, I am looking forward to hitting that $1 million mark as well.
Oh.
Like, the work gives me, like, your videos give that confidence, even for someone like me, like, within the who's never actually seen those kind of,
Mhm.
figures in real life within this industry. I actually believe it's possible after seeing
Mhm.
the videos, and I think that alone has a massive mindset change, you
Uh-huh.
know, thinking about psychology of money,
Yeah,
thinking about being more professional,
that's nice. I
adding
love our new video that's
governance.
releasing later today. I'm still going to play around with the headline, though. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it, there's no money in personal training or there's no money in the fitness industry. A very bold statement. People are going to hate on it in the very beginning, but when they listen to it and understand it, this is what I like to be. I like to be honest and upfront, because there isn't any money in the fitness industry if you keep doing things that people did 5 years ago. You have to be relevant in today's methods to succeed.
I love that because everyone is gonna read it.
Mhm.
The people that agree with you, they're gonna want to see why whether they think they agree with the statement, they're
Mhm.
gonna want to see why they agree. And those that don't agree with you are also gonna want to see why you are saying that. So
Mhm.
I think it's fantastic. What a attention grabber.
Mhm. And now we come to this part, right? The bonus content. So as I mentioned, we break the course down into 3 stages and then a bonus week as well. Now, the bonus week, I'm not sure if you've picked this up yet or if you're too early in the program, but this program is basically an introduction to My Fitness Brain. It's basically an investment from our side to get to know you, or to get for you to know the brand, us. It builds trust with Michael as well. It builds trust with the My Fitness Brain brand and everything that we stand by, right?